Hi friends, welcome back to our homestead again. This is that crazy redhead on the ridge, Lori, and I thought it was only fair that since the other day I told you how we handle cloudy days and dark days on the homestead, since we pretty much use solar, I figured it was good to share a balance of what we do on sunny days to prioritize those sun rays and just make the best of everything that we can so that we are using the sun to the best of our ability.
Welcome to Ridgehaven Homestead. From the mountains of Upper East Tennessee, we share snippets of our off-grid life, cabin build, and garden blessings. Pour yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and take a peek into our off-grid home and family.
So today we have beautiful sunny skies, clear and bright, and we are just rejoicing. Honestly, the sun really does a number on our mental health. It does really well for us. We feel better, we feel energized, and even though it's freezing cold, we have more energy and more motivation because we know that we have the tools that we need. I just looked down at my feet and I will compare and contrast. The other day when we had cloudy skies and mud, I showed you my feet. Let's take a look at them today. Okay, I have not learned apparently to not wear these sandals when I go walking up the hill, and Big Mama has not learned to stay out of the way of my feet, which is kind of annoying, but here we go. So I'm trying to show you, but she keeps getting in the way. So here, my feet are pretty muddy, covered with mud and caked up to the gills. That's just the life that we live in the winter in East Tennessee. Hello, Big Mama. So the common things that we have, sunny days or cloudy days, usually it finds me hiking up this hill. Here is our hill behind us. It's hard to get a kind of a picture of it, but it's a pretty good hill. It's up and around that corner, and then up another hill where we have the water tanks because we do gravity feed water. So we use our solar well pump, and that pumps water up the hill to our holding tanks. And then from there, we let the water flow down into our cabin to supply all of our needs. So because today we have sunny skies, like I mentioned, what a gorgeous day. I've lost track of how many loads of laundry that I've done. I'm prioritizing that. Everything else kind of goes to the back burner when we have sunny days, especially in the winter, because here in East Tennessee, we don't get a lot of sunny days in the winter. We get a lot of clouds and gray, like I showed you the other day. So the doom and gloom of winter in East Tennessee is what we deal with. So we take a moment, we enjoy the blue skies, and I'm not the only one who enjoys it. How many cats are following me today? We have Booger. You already saw Big Mama. She's around here somewhere in my shadow. She's in my shadow, literally. Probably more cats that will be coming if they catch on that I'm hiking up the hill. Okay, so I've done at least 4 or 5 loads of laundry, and I need to check on how the water situation is holding up in my tanks. This is also my cardio hill because it really is quite the hike up here to get to the top. Okay, I'm pleased to see that even though I have done, I think I'm on my 5th load, I still have a half a tank, not quite half a tank, probably about between a third and a half. So I'm up to here on my water tank situation, which is pretty good. I've been pumping the water for about an hour and a half or 2 hours on the solar well pump. And so that's not as fast as the inverter. When we turn on our inverter, which uses our battery power, we can fill this 275 gallon tank. The first one there that's black, we can fill that in 45 minutes. And these other ones we will hook up eventually, and so they will be, all interconnected. That's a project for another day, another month, whenever we can get the time. So we pretty much just use that tank on the end, and then when we have good days or when we run the inverter, then we also have one of those tanks just like it inside that we keep inside on hold for cloudy, freezing days, especially when it's freezing. We like to keep that on hand so that we can switch over to that tank and not have to worry about the water up the hill freezing. We eventually, we have like this long running list of projects that we have to do someday, and unfortunately someday is always a little bit later than we would like. But we have on our mind and on our project list to enclose those tanks so that they are not getting frozen during the winter, and then we don't have to worry about it as much. But you have to have the manpower and you have to have the time to do all these projects. So we're just doing one thing at a time, doing the best we can with what we have. Okay, we do have cats and they are coming, and I'm going to take a moment to sit on this log here, catch my breath while I tell you the rest of how we prioritize our power and how we prioritize solar on sunny days. So on the cloudy days, we obviously have to shut everything down. We have to be super careful so that we're not using more power than we have capacity for, and we have to just really watch our batteries really closely. Today, it probably took until about 11 o'clock to get good sun on the solar panels because of where they are situated. So from 11 o'clock on, which is about 2 hours, we've been getting some sun. And I do not know what the batteries started out today. I know that they probably were fairly low because we've had clouds for the last week, literally. So today I checked just a minute ago, and our batteries were sitting at 34 and 40% charge. We have 4 of the batteries, and I was just checking the charge on those. So the reason why they're not charging faster is because I am continuously running the washing machine and the dryer, which there are no special solar adaptations for those. They're just standard. They are high efficiency as far as like water usage, but they are, they're newer appliances, but they're not solar adapted, and they're not like specially super high efficiency like for power efficiency. How am I saying this? Energy Star is what I'm trying to think of. So anyway, they're just standard appliances. So they have been running constantly for like 4 loads of laundry. So the last 3 or 4 hours we've been running washer and dryer. And so our batteries are still charging, but they're charging slowly because we are constantly using them. Our tank is being filled and it's not gone down too low so that we can still keep washing clothes. I have 1 more load to wash after the current one, and then I think we're good. And so on a day like today, we are washing sheets. We're having people change their bedding, and we're trying to catch up from the laundry that I couldn't do last week. So we have work clothes. The guys are going to be heading into work the next couple days right before Christmas, and so they need their work clothes. And so yeah, I'm hitting everything hard. We don't have a dishwasher, and so we keep up with our dishes anyway. So the main thing that we have water usage for is the laundry and showers. We can take. We never really worry too much about showers, but on a day like today, it would be one that we would feel a little bit better about not being as careful with the lights. Although I will say, on solar and just this off-grid life, we have already learned to be pretty judicious with our power, and we just don't get crazy about using a lot of power and just leaving the lights on. We try to just be careful as it is, no matter what. So it's different. It's a different way to look at things. We always are looking to see what power we're using, what power we have, and that doesn't really change whether the skies are sunny and blue and clear or whether they're cloudy. We just always have to keep an eye on things to make sure that the batteries really are getting charged and that there's not some setting that somebody has reconfigured in a wrong way. And that does happen with us because we have several people keeping an eye on things. It's a constant watching, but on days like this, we are all kind of just breathing a little bit easier. I can bake those cookies. I never got those cookies baked the other day because the strangest thing, after I shot that video, I started feeling so sick and I was down hard for 2 days. And so cookies were were not priority, but I feel like there's still something that I would like to do. I have a few kinds of cookies that I'd like to make for our family just for the holiday season to make it a little bit special. So on a day like this, I'm feeling more motivated. The cats are excited as well, and everybody just gets out and does more. So that is how we prioritize the sunny days, and then we are careful on the cloudy days. So my goal on this channel is to give you an honest peek into off-grid living and solar power and just the things that we do on our off-grid homestead, so that you will understand what it's like living on an off-grid homestead. I don't pretend that everything is all glamorous. I don't pretend that it's flawless. And my goal is to just show an accurate portrayal of what it's like, so that if you decide that you'd like to go onto solar, or if you'd like to go off-grid, I like to have people prepared and know kind of what they're getting into. And so that's my goal. The Bible says, will we accept evil? No, will we accept only good and not evil from the Lord? That's what Job was saying when all of his friends were telling him how terrible of a lot he had. And he just was like, there's good and bad. And I feel like it's like that on our homestead. It's good and bad. I just wanted to show you, this is our rural power systems solar charger that pulls water from our well, and it charges the tank up the hill. And so we are running that, and it's on full charge. It's fully charging those it's fully operating, and the sun on the solar panels is fully charging our batteries. So I anticipate that once I stop doing the laundry, we will have fully charged batteries by the end of the day, and that's my goal. And so I'm stepping into the greenhouse here so that we can water these struggling little plants, and I am signing off. And any questions that you have, feel free to ask. There's no dumb questions. I've asked all the questions, and some questions I don't even know to ask because this is all so new to me. So until next time, have a wonderful Christmas if I don't see you until then, and I hope that you stay well, be safe, and may God bless you.